Hey everybody, it's Mac. Recently, Capcom has released a new trailer for Resident Evil 7, and it's been getting kind of mixed reviews in the comment section, like-dislike ratio, and I just want to talk about the series in general and what's happening to it. Resident Evil has just been everywhere in the last 10 years. It's been a survival horror, it's been an action horror, it's been an on-the-rail shooter, and then it's just straight up been an action game. Like, even as I recorded this video, I just went to go watch the trailer again, and then I noticed that in the related section, there is an Umbrella Corpse, and it looks like just a AAA shooter game, very generic, and it has Resident Evil maps. Wow. I can't judge the game because I've never played it, but that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, but Resident Evil as a series has just been a real grab bag. There's just been so many different genres that anybody could possibly just enjoy it. And I think that's what Capcom is trying to do, really. I mean, I personally enjoy the survival horror. I did enjoy Resident Evil 4, and there's even some other Resident Evil games I enjoy, like Revelations, and I'll admit, I was a fan of Operation Raccoon City. Don't kill it. Well, don't. There's pitchforks outside. Oh no! I actually got to play the Resident Evil 7 demo, the teaser demo, as you would call it, because it apparently has nothing to do with the actual game. And it just didn't really feel like Resident Evil, just another first-person horror game where you couldn't really do anything. I'm not gonna judge the game based off its trailer and its demo alone. Obviously, I'm gonna wait till the game comes out and probably play it myself to make a fair call. And I really think that's what people should be doing. Now, if you're a longtime fan of the series and you saw this and you played the demo and just didn't like it, it's understandable because you want something probably most likely like the original Resident Evil. Resident Evil Remake is a really, really good game, and I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it. And I mean, it is kind of disappointing myself as a fan, but I'm still willing to try that game. And I also hope that Resident Evil 2 Remake is like the old Resident Evils, and at least we get something there. When is that ever coming out? Have they even announced it? Oh, okay, cool. But even then, it's still understandable because this Resident Evil 7 trailer, from the looks of it, you're just playing hide and seek simulator, which is something you'd see in the comments probably 20 times. It's not enough if one person says it, so I've got to say it too. But I agree, it's just kind of looking like a generic survival horror game. Just a horror game in general where you can't attack or do anything, you just have to hide and run through the whatever scary places now. The question is, what is Resident Evil as a series doing now? Well, it's a really tough and complicated thing because ever since Resident Evil 4 it hasn't been the same. Not to say Resident Evil 4 is a bad game, in fact it's still one of my favorites too. Resident Evil 5 was a weird game. I'd say it's worse than Resident Evil 4, but it had fun co-op, so I can forgive it. Resident Evil 6, you can go ahead and bash that all you want. The only fun part of that game was the mercenaries. And now Resident Evil 7's like, oh, well, it's nothing but horror, and there's like nothing I could do to survive. And I mean, it's just trailers so far, so you can't really say that. There's also the side games that came out, like the two on the Wii for Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles. I like Umbrella Chronicles. Dark Side Chronicles has too much of a shaky camera to enjoy, and it makes you want to puke after playing for 2 minutes. And then there's the Revelation games, which the first one came out in the 3DS. I think that's a fantastic game. The co-op in that's super fun. The single player can be fun the first time through. Revelations 2, though, it tried something like the episode thing that every game's doing nowadays, and it just wasn't as good as the first one. And I could probably say it was probably a bad game, too, on top of that. But hey, if you like it, you like it. That's okay. Obviously, Capcom can't try to appeal to everybody, and they're going back to the survival horror roots because the HD remaster of Resident Evil Remake is doing well, and they notice that. And I think that's what they're trying to do with this game, really, is Resident Evil 7, but I really don't think they can capture the same kind of the charm that the remake had unless they do it for something like Resident Evil 2. It has to be like the old games, and what they're doing here is making a completely new game. It feels like a new series overall because it has nothing to do with Resident Evil from what we've seen. There's speculation that the woman on the phone is Ada in the demo, but apart from that, you see like one thing about Umbrella, like an Umbrella airplane in one of the newspapers, and that's about it. There's nothing else that's relating to Resident Evil. That's all I really have to say about this series for now. I hope if Resident Evil 7 is not an enjoyable Resident Evil game, it's at least an enjoyable standalone game. And the Resident Evil 2 remake, if it ever comes out, is going to be just like the classic ones, the Resident Evil remake that came out in the GameCube X amount of years ago. It's been so long since we've had a game just like that, and I wish for another. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more content from me in the future, possibly Resident Evil stuff, I'm sure I'll be doing a Let's Play, if not soon, then in the future. Hit that subscribe button too. And if you want to discuss Resident Evil some, then leave a comment in the section below. I've been Mac, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Goodbye.